Imagine it's a regular morning. You're drinking coffee, checking your phone, your kids are getting ready for school. You're in Pennsylvania, or New York, or Ohio, and you hear on the local radio not about traffic, but about an incident at the nearest nuclear plant. Nothing serious, they say, but your neighbor, the engineer, is already packing his car. And here's the first thing that would change in your life: trust. Your morning would now start not with a precipitation forecast, but with an emission forecast. This would become the new normal. You're not a disaster movie hero. You don't have a helicopter. You have a minivan, a half-empty tank, and 2 kids in the back seat. Panic isn't screaming. It's the quiet horror in an I-95 traffic jam when you realize you've moved 10 miles in 3 hours. You're calculating if you have enough gas to get to your aunt's in Virginia. You look at your phone. There's no signal. The networks are overloaded. You are cut off. Your refugee camp is an overcrowded Motel 6, 3 states away from home. Room prices have skyrocketed tenfold. Your credit card is about to max out. You're not an evacuee, you're an internally displaced person. And your next question is, what about my house? You call your insurance. Hey, my house is in the exclusion zone. And they tell you, we're sorry, but your HO3 policy does not cover nuclear incidents. That's standard. Your house, your biggest investment, is now worth $0. But the mortgage? It's still there. You still have to pay it. For a house you can't return to. Your job at the local office or store, it's gone. The entire regional economy has collapsed. You're 40 years old, and you might have to start a career from scratch in another state. With Chernobyl evacuee on your resume. Sound familiar? This would be a massive middle-class crisis. You're no longer looking at calories or organic labels. You're scanning for a barcode that shows the origin. Grown in California? Good. From Pennsylvania? Put it back. Local farmers are ruined. Your hamburger is now a luxury because the beef is shipped from Colorado. Your kids go back to school. But now, like everyone, they have a personal dosimeter. Dad, my reading was higher today because we ran outside. You look at that number and Google permissible doses for 8-year-olds. This is a new level of parental anxiety. Every future sore throat, every case of fatigue. You'll wonder, is this it? The healthcare system would be overwhelmed by millions of paranoid people, and thyroid cancer treatment. Get ready to battle your insurer, who will call it a pre-existing condition due to residency in a risk zone. This would be your reboot. You lost your house, but not the mortgage. You lost your neighbors, but gained a trauma bonding a whole generation. Your American dream is no longer about a white picket fence. It's about stable dosimeter readings, a job in a state you never considered home, and a deep, lingering distrust of the phrase, authorities are sure. Chernobyl isn't about giant mutants. It's about the quiet decay of everything you thought was reliable. Your home, your food, your future. And the scariest what if is realizing just how fragile this convenient, familiar life we take for granted actually is. Your life, right now. So what would you do? Would you stay if your house was underwater on the mortgage? How would you explain it to the kids? Share one practical step from your apocalypse plan in the comments. What's in your go bag? If this scenario made you think, let us know with a like and subscribe. It helps. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. See you in the next video.